West Virginia Governor Jim Justice.
Hello everyone, I'm Governor Jim Justice. Today is really a really special day. A special day of celebration, a birthday, a 150-year-old birthday for the Deaf and Blind School, a school that was established in 1870 in Romney, a school that was established by our legislature and started out with 25 kids. Now today, as we move forward, this school, this wonderful organization has helped educate and help more than 5,000 students along the way. What an incredible birthday. I wish so much that I was able to be with you today. You know, this terrible pandemic has really put a halt to many of the things that we do and cherish in life. I wish I were there to be able to give you a great big hug, and I'm a big guy, and I can give great big hugs. So really and truly, let me give each and every one of you that great big hug, great big giant hug from here, and congratulate you and wish you again the happiest of all birthdays as you go forward. Bless you in every way possible. In every way. I love you and I thank you.
West Virginia Senator Shelley Capito.
Hello. In 1870, our state legislature took an important step in ensuring educational opportunity for all within our state, regardless of visual or hearing impairments. Since then, the West Virginia School for the Deaf and Blind have gone above and beyond, growing as part of the community and sending prepared alumni out into the world for a successful future. I've always said that a direct investment into the education of our children is a direct investment into the future of our state. This is apparent here and will continue to ring true because of the dedicated educators and diligent students. I hope all of you and your families are staying safe and healthy, and I look forward to a time when I can visit the school again in person. Thank you for all your dedication to your community and our state. You truly make West Virginia a better, stronger state. Congratulations on 150 years of West Virginia Schools for the Deaf and Blind. Thank you. Congratulations.
West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin.
Hello, I'm Senator Joe Manchin. It is a privilege to join you in celebrating the West Virginia Schools for the Deaf and Blind for 150 years of service in our home state. In 1870, the West Virginia legislature established the Schools for the Deaf and the Blind in Romney with an enrollment of 30 students. Throughout the years, the campus and services have expanded greatly and are now able to serve thousands of families. Most importantly, in true West Virginia fashion, the spirit of helping others to thrive has remained intact, even in these unprecedented times. That is due in large part to the outstanding leadership and staff at the West Virginia School for the Deaf and Blind, combined with the support and guidance of the West Virginia State Board of Education. I am also grateful to the countless volunteers and families across our state and nation who aid and support those who are deaf or visually impaired so that they can live the independent and successful lives that they deserve. Congratulations on 150 years of excellence, and please accept my best wishes for many more years to come. Thank you and God bless you.
West Virginia State Board of Education member Deborah Sullivan.
Congratulations to all of you on reaching this remarkable milestone. When I visited your campus about a year ago, it was a very rainy, chilly day, and the rain was coming down in buckets. And as I toured your campus, I was reminded of something that President John F. Kennedy said when he visited our state. He said, "The sun doesn't always shine in West Virginia, but the people do." And that's what I noticed about you as I walked around. You were happy, you were productive, you were warm, you were engaged, you were busy. And even though it was raining, you didn't let that rain dampen your spirits one bit. I encourage you to continue to dream big dreams and to always have a purpose, and know that I and many others are out here rooting you on and wishing you every success. Good luck.
West Virginia State Board of Education President, Miller Hall.
Hello, I'm Miller Hall, President of the West Virginia Board of Education. I'm honored to say congratulations to the Schools for the Deaf and Blind on your 150th anniversary. This impressive milestone is built on and fortified by the hard work of generations of West Virginians who are part of this beautiful history. The thousands of students that these schools have enriched, nurtured, and taught over the years have benefited tremendously from the educational and the interpersonal engagement they receive right here. I've had the privilege of visiting the Romney campus on many occasions, and I have participated in graduation ceremonies there as well. As a lifelong educator, the love and caring that exists there is undeniable. You can't manufacture it. It is part of the fabric of the schools, the educators, the students, and the staff. To Superintendent Humberg, you and your team continue to not only support the student-centered mission at the School for the Deaf and the Blind, but you're also working to build on the legacy with a renewed vision and innovative programs. Again, I say congratulations to the Schools for the Deaf and the Blind for 150 years of service to the children of West Virginia.
West Virginia State Superintendent, Clayton Burch.
Hello, I'm Clayton Burch, State Superintendent of Schools. On behalf of the West Virginia Department of Education and Board of Education, congratulations, West Virginia School for Deaf and Blind, for 150 years. What you mean to this state, what you mean to the families, to the school system of this state is something that is very, very difficult for me to articulate. Your presence in this state and your ongoing support of our children, the deaf, blind, hard hearing, visually impaired, it is quite impressive to have 150 strong years. Those of you who are there now that continue to support these children, what a wonderful, wonderful place you have. Not only in Romney, West Virginia, but I think it's important for you to know what you actually represent for the entire state of West Virginia. So Pat Homburg, I know that you're there serving as a superintendent this year as we continue a search. I know that the staff has gone through some changes to make that place, as far as I'm concerned, one of the best schools for deaf and blinds in the entire nation. We've got some wonderful, wonderful projects we're looking forward to in the future, from career and technical education to early childhood to a more robust and exciting on-campus experience for our students. And I think that we're just barely seeing what the potential really is there to impact our state. So again, congratulations on 150 years serving the state of West Virginia.
West Virginia Delegate, Ruth Rowan.
I'm Delegate Ruth Rowan, your representative in Charleston, West Virginia. I'm here today to celebrate your 150th anniversary, and on that occasion, a legislative citation has been written in your honor. The state of West Virginia recognizes the 150th anniversary of the West Virginia Schools for the Deaf and the Blind. Whereas, from West Virginia's founding in 1863 to 1870, the state's children who were deaf or blind either went without education or were entered into the schools of neighboring states. The result was that the deaf and the blind children of the state were practically deprived of adequate educational opportunities. And whereas in the latter part of the 1860s, individuals began to lobby the state's leaders to assume responsibility for those with disabilities. And whereas Mr. Howard H. Johnson, a zealous blind citizen and teacher of Franklin, Pendleton County, traveled with a delegation of blind individuals to Wheeling, then to the state's capital, and gave an appealing presentation before the legislature. And whereas the West Virginia legislature and then Governor William E. Stevenson, at Mr. Johnson's insistence, passed a resolution on March 3rd, 1870, to establish a school for the blind, which was later amended to include the deaf. And whereas at that time $8,000 was appropriated to inaugurate the school and a board of regents appointed to initiate and pilot the project. And whereas the governor designated April 30th, 1870 for the first meeting of the Board of Regents to organize and establish the school. And whereas on June 23rd, 1870, a meeting was held in Romney, West Virginia to plan the opening of the school in the fall, including the appointment of the first superintendent, H.H. Hollister, and other staff members. And whereas on Thursday, September 29th, 1870, the West Virginia Schools for the Deaf and the Blind opened its doors to 25 deaf and 5 blind students. Therefore, we hereby recognize and celebrate the 150th anniversary of the establishment and opening of the West Virginia Schools for the Deaf and the Blind, and extend heartfelt best wishes for much success in the future. Congratulations to students and staff of the West Virginia Schools for the Deaf and Blind.